Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Dear teachers, this is day 2. The topic is in teacher training workshop. Yesterday, we have discussed few things. We started with what teaching is. We started what teacher is. And I have also told you what are the moral values that teachers should follow. Plus, we have discussed what your responsibility toward your institution is, and so on. So, day 2, we will start with the same steps. Remember, yesterday one thing that at the end we did was how to introduce your institution in public. What your duties are towards your institution. So, from here we will start today. If you will see the first point today, it's written, administration provide things, create educational atmosphere. Now, management, your administration, they can only fulfill your demands. You need model and charts. You need lights in your class. You want to open windows. You want airy classroom, a spacious building. Nowadays, English medium school, they've got excellent buildings. Why? They are providing environment for you. Sitting environment. Good desks and chair for students. A beautiful desk and chair for you. A best whiteboard even. Now multimedia is there. So everything, whatever your demands are, administration provides you that. On daily basis even. Sir, I want this thing for my lecture. So, okay, tomorrow you'll get it. Now, the educational atmosphere, this is your duty to create it. So, how you can create the educational atmosphere? By understanding all the steps that I'm telling you during this teacher training workshop, plus, you have to follow and implement all these points in your teaching life. If you do this, then you will create an excellent educational atmosphere. Second thing, you are a role model. Remember this thing that we teachers are role model for our students. If you are a role model, then students are following you. They follow you. They try to do what you are doing. How you walk, how you talk, even how you think. So they follow you, they believe you, they trust you. So the first thing that you should not do is never lie in front of your students. Never promise them a thing that you know that you can't do. If they ask you a question and you don't know the answer, never lie. Never give a wrong statement in front of them. By this, you will lose your value as a role model. My niece, she was in class 3 and now she is married, mashallah, and at that time I was principal in one institution, and evening time, sometime I sit and look what she has done in school. So she was studying in another English medium school. So one day what happened that I was just going through her English copy, and what I saw is the spelling of polite, P-O-L-I-T-E, and by mistake she has written P-O-I-L-T-E. So as a principal, this is our habit. What I did, I took out my green pen, I just underlined the word and I corrected it. On top of that, after underlining, I've written P-O-L-I-T-E, polite. You know what, my niece, she started crying. And one very interesting thing I must tell you, her English teacher was my student some years ago. So she started crying and she said, Mama, you have spoiled my notebook. I said, Beta, you did mistake and your teacher has done another mistake that she has not underlined it. She has not corrected it. When I said your teacher did a mistake, you know what my niece said? Class 3 student, she said, मामू आपको कुछ नहीं आता, मेरी टीचर को सब कुछ आता है, so she is right, you are wrong. This is what a belief and trust of a student for his or her teacher is. So please remember. Then principle like you and cleanliness. Remember that as a teacher, you have to do all those things that you demand from your student. Like, I have seen teachers shouting, clean your classroom. Why this waste is here? What is the matter with you people? Why don't you pick up that waste, that wrapper in front of your students and throw it in dustbin? Why not? Principle like you, when I write that my teachers, they always tell, sir, we want to be principal, but we want to be principal like you. Why? Because this is my habit. When I enter my institution as a principal, I never just observe the things and all. No. If a wrapper is lying somewhere in the corridor, I just pick it up. If I don't ask my students to do these types of work, I just work on their work in corridors myself, in front of students. Why I am doing this? Because if you are doing as a senior member of your family, if you are doing this at home, your child naturally they will run they will run after this cleaning of your house. Same happens in your classroom, in your school corridors. You are class teacher of class 3. It doesn't mean that you are only responsible for your class. No, you are responsible for whole school. When you enter your school, if something is lying in corridor, please pick it up. Or if you have that much ego that you are not going to pick it up, then please at least tell someone, beta, you can't see, wrapper is there. I have books in my hand. Please, beta, pick it up. So this cleanliness, this is very important in your institution. Why you're waiting for IRG and all nannies and all these things, all these people? Your personality, very important. Your appearance. Why? Because you are a role model. Wear nice dresses. Because when you wear nice dresses, in that case, you will be a good role model for them. Your artistic nature is very important. Now, when I say artistic nature, your writing should be beautiful. If your writing is going on board like this, if you are writing sentence you have started from here and it goes in this formation, then naturally in your notebook, the students will do same. If your writing is rough, then believe me, student will do the same. So artistic nature is very important. Your talking, your politeness, that is very important. I must tell you one thing. My Urdu writing is not so good. Once I was giving a lecture to my teachers, and it was my first lecture in an institution in Lahore. And about 100 plus teachers were sitting and attending the lecture. And you know what happened? That while writing, I never, during teacher training workshop, I don't want to write any Urdu word. So I was forced to write one word. While writing, I said, beta, please don't mind, my writing is not good. My Urdu writing is not good. So, one of the teacher from behind, she replied, she said, sir, English ki bhi koi itni khas nahi. So remember this thing, that your writing and your talking, your appearance, all these things count. It comes in your personality. Do you really love students? During parent-teacher meetings, what we do? We always, during parent-teacher meeting, when parent come, we say, we love your children more than yourself. We love your children more than you. Really? Do we love your children? No. Because we give etiquettes and mannerism to our own children. Have you ever given etiquettes and mannerism in school, in your classroom? No, never. So if you are saying that you love your students, then the very first thing is give them some etiquettes and mannerism aside from your syllabus. You only complete syllabus in your class. But the first thing is that give them moral values, give them etiquettes and mannerism, and then you will say that, yes, I love my students. Your negative words. Please remember that you are never going to use a negative thing. This word N-O, no. This no is very bad. One student is sitting and you are saying, she is raising hand and you are saying, no, not you, not you. You are breaking heart. When you give negative remarks to students, you break hearts. And I always tell my teachers, when you write poor student, at the end you check the copy and you say bad handwriting, poor work. What you do? You put your initial under that. Like if your name is Saima, then what you will write? You will write poor work and you will sign Saima over there. So it is not poor work student, poor work Saima. You are the teacher. The work belongs to you. So never give bad remarks to your students. It will break heart. The student will lose all the grip that you have created inside him. English medium school, your teaching, your conversation. I always tell that English medium school is there, but we are selling biryani at medical store. I asked my teacher, have you ever been to medical store and you have requested that medical store, please give me one plate of biryani? That store, medical store, he will slap you. That you are in medical, standing in medical store asking for biryani. And remember, we have written outside, big name of our school is written, and second line is English medium school. And you know what? When it is written English medium school, then what is there? English medium school is there, but where is English? Your teaching is in Urdu. Your conversation is in Urdu. I am shocked. Teacher taking English period and explaining in Urdu. This is what we are doing in institutions nowadays. This is what we are doing in institutions. Okay, 9 and 10 is fine. There is argument. Sir, unki translation hoti hai. Baba, only translation portion should be in Urdu. But we are talking about noun, adjective, prepositions, each and everything, tenses. We are explaining in Urdu. This is the rubbish thing that we are doing in English medium schools. So please overcome it. Now, what is the reason for not speaking English? 2 reasons. One, we are shy. Second, we are lazy. Why we are shy? Because in students, there are some students who come from very highly educated families. You know that this student of mine is son of Professor so-and-so. This student of mine is son of Dr. so-and-so. This child knows English better than me. So you feel shy. Second thing, you feel lazy. Urdu में तो बड़ी आसानी से समझा सकते हैं ना. So why to take headache? Yes, sometimes 9th and 10th student, they'll smile at you. You're continuously teaching in Urdu, but your management has said that speak in English and teach in English. So when in corridor, when madam principal or coordinator comes, then suddenly from Urdu you jump to English. And the whole class starts smiling at you because they know that principal is there and therefore you have changed from Urdu to English. So please remember that you have to explain in English. Accept challenge. This is the biggest challenge that you have to accept. Second, empty cupboard. You don't have vocabulary. You are just running. You just learn what you are going to teach tomorrow. You don't want to learn new words. Unless and until you will fill this cupboard, you will work on your vocabulary. You are not a good teacher. You will not speak in English unless and until this cupboard is filled with good words. So work on your vocabulary, your own vocabulary. Mother tongue and native language. This is bad luck in Pakistan. This is our bad luck. That we run for third language. My mother tongue is Hindko. I can't speak it properly. My second language is my national language. That is Urdu. I can't speak it properly. And my third language is that I have learned that is English. It is much better than Urdu and Hindi. What we people are doing, that we don't know our native language and we are working on Third language. First, please, I always insist parents that at home, first teach your child your mother tongue. Then teach your child national language. And then come to the third language. Either it is Arabic, English, French, Chinese, whatever it is. But we are jumping. Now, if this bad luck is here, then what we teachers should do, we should speak in English and we should give that same speaking to our students also. This is the responsibilities that English medium school demands from you. So that's all for day 2, and inshallah day 3 we will carry on with more excellent steps that will help you in your teaching style. So for day 3, I always request you that please subscribe the channel. That is very important, and press the bell icon, because as